welcome to the Lone Star Conference on Fox Sports. We are live from Tarleton State University in Stephenville, Texas for a huge matchup tonight. I'm Travis Whipple, joined by Don Beat.
Yeah, Travis, it'll be a great night tonight. Both women's and men's basketball. First game in this partnership with Fox Sports Southwest.
Big partnership with Fox Sports Southwest for the Lone Star Conference as we really try to become the premier NCAA Division II athletic conference in the country. Basically a three-pronged approach. First, advertising some of our marquee signature events for the Lone Star Conference.
First, I gotta find me. What's getting you into a book like me? Can you please remind me? Also, crazy.
Second part of that partnership is a 30-minute showcase.
We ain't even poke me here. So since we here, it's only right that we be fair. Psycho, I'm liable to go Michael. Take your pick, Jackson, Tyson, Jordan, Game 6. Also, got a broke clock. Rollies that don't tick tock. All the Mars that's losing time. Anyone I know these big rocks. I'm supposed to be locked up too. You escape, but I escape. You be a past game dressed up too. Also, listen, you pray. Bible for like 6 days. Go out, so modest. Still a ace of my 6 J's. Also, behave. Just might let you meet, yeah. Shot towns, B-Roll. For the next BK. Also, you want to find me. That's right.
Phenomenal league, and again, I mentioned those two signature events, Lone Star Football Festival at Cowboy Stadium, and the LSC Basketball Championships in Absolutely, really great, and it really started this past summer with the organizational values, and it's moved into a tagline of "We're the One." And we really feel like that promotes us, and that is our brand to put us out there as the premier NCAA Division II athletic conference in the country. The pregame show will continue after this. This is the LSC on Fox Sports.
We strive for academic excellence. We believe in engaging our community. We're proud of our tradition. We exemplify respect on and off the field. We conduct ourselves with integrity, and we're committed to being the best. That's why we're the one. Lone Star Conference, we're the one.
This is the LSC on Fox Sports. Welcome back to the pregame show. About 10:40 to go before tip-off, and let's start right there with the Midwestern State University Mustangs, the visiting team, Don.
Yeah, they have entered this game with a fairly decent record. They've won their last 10 in a row. Their last loss coming against A&M Commerce about on November 30th of last year on a 81-44 game. Actually, that was the last game they played earlier this Wednesday over at Midwestern State. All-time record versus Tarleton is 29-25. Although, Travis, it's kind of slanted, but they've lost the last 12 in a row with the Texans.
Absolutely, and really for Midwestern State, they're number one in scoring offense at 73.9 points per game, and so they're going to look to score early and often here to snap that losing streak. They also shoot the ball 34% from field goal or from three-point range and 40% from the field. And down there, it's a very interesting stat. They really crash the boards. They get after the offense of glass. They lead the LSC in that category. And they also lead the conference in steals at 10.6 per game. And so they're a team that is creating their own opportunities. They don't have to rely on scoring all the time. They're utilizing a variety of different ways to win games. And they've got 10 student athletes playing more than 14 minutes per game. So they've got depth, and I think we'll see that out of both teams tonight.
Yeah, they go by a very interesting offensive set with a wave-style offense where every 4 minutes you'll have a set of substitutions.
Absolutely, and really want to focus in on 4 student athletes from Midwestern State, and we'll start with number 24, Savannah Carver, a 5'10" senior guard, second in the LSC in scoring at 15.5 points per game. She's from Amarillo, Texas, and was LSC Offensive Player of the Week this week. In Wednesday's win against A&M Commerce, 20 points in that 74-58 win. She absolutely gets it done and gets to the line a lot, so expect her to get to the basket. 90 free throw attempts on the year. And then the next player that we'll focus in on is number 24, Christy DeGila. Obviously a very good player, 5'8" sophomore guard, 10.5 points per game. She's from Denton, Texas, and she also gets it done distributing the basketball, 38 assists on the year. And she's 11 of 12 from the free throw line on Wednesday night, so if she gets the line, she's going to knock them down. 15 points in that win Wednesday and 5 rebounds. And then the third student athlete we want to highlight, number 42, Jasmine Patterson, 5'10" senior forward from Southlake, Texas. She averages 6.2 rebounds per game, leads the team in minutes played with 26.3, and she also leads the team in block shots, so obviously huge on the defensive end, and she was LSC Defensive Player of the Week last week. And finally, number 33, Diana Jones, 5'9" forward guard, or freshman guard, from Hewitt, Texas, 44% from the three-point range and averages 9.9 points per game.
Yeah, earlier you were able to talk to fourth-year head coach for Midwestern State, Noel Johnson.
I'm joined by 10th-year assistant coach of the Texans, Misty Wilson. Misty, thanks a lot for joining us. Great to have you. Great season last year for the Texans. How has that impacted the start of this season?
I think the biggest key is just probably for any team, it's experience. I mean, just going to the regional tournament, getting our first win, going to the Lone Star Conference and getting our first win. It's just proved to our girls that they can do it, and they can continue to build on that.
Absolutely, and a little bit of a change this year in the regular season format really will determine a true champion as you play every team home and away. How will that play out the rest of the season?
Well, every game counts. You can't have an off night, especially in the Lone Star Conference. It's, every game's competitive, and it really makes the league play a lot more competitive too.
Absolutely, should be a great finish to the season. A big matchup tonight, first place in the LSC on the line. Talk about keys to beating Midwestern State.
Well, they run it. They have a lot of pressure. They're deep as well, which is something that's unusual. So we're going to have. It's going to be a nice matchup, 10 on 10 probably. So just doing what we do, running our press and running our offense, using our inside game, which has been, our ace in the hole all year. So.
Absolutely. Well, good luck tonight, Coach. Thanks for joining us. We'll be right back on the LSC on Fox Sports Southwest. We are back here, the LSC on Fox Sports, and that was 10th year assistant coach Misty Wilson for the Texans. And this is a great Texan team, Don. We've had a tremendous run here as of late.
Yeah, they started season 2-5 overall, but they turned around with 12 straight wins. Right now they're undefeated in the Lone Star Conference, 11-0, 14-5 overall. With their last win coming on Wednesday against Cameron at their facility, 68-49 was that score.
Absolutely, and the thing that I really love about this team is they get it done in the classroom. 3.14 team GPA and 9 student athletes that earn distinguished student honors in the fall, so they do a great job. As you mentioned, 11-0 in the LSC, first place on the line tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting matchup for tonight. It's a battle for first place, basically a tie for first place, because MSU has that one loss earlier this season, but nevertheless, it's going to be a tough battle. Big-time crowd here today.
Absolutely huge crowd. Probably will play a big factor. Great tradition here for the Texans. But the Texans lead the league in field goal percentage, free throw percentage, and three-point percentage. And they also lead the league in attendance, as you mentioned. But want to highlight 3 student athletes here in the pregame show, and that starts with number 22, Shelby Adamson, a 5'7" senior guard from Rockwell, Texas. And she's 7th in the LSC in scoring at 13.9 points per game. Not a flashy player, gets the job done, plays hard, a veteran for them. 3rd in the LSC with 4.8 assists per game as well. 2 steals per game, so does a little bit of everything. And she also leads the team in minutes at 29 minutes per game. And then the next student athlete, her sister, number 2, Peyton Adamson, a 5'7" sophomore guard from Rockwell, Texas. She transferred from Division I UMKC, where she played 22 games last year as a true freshman. She's 10th in the LSC in scoring at 13.6 points per game, and deadly from the free throw line, 90%. So somebody you don't want to foul, 42% from downtown, so she can really fill it up. And then the third player, number 33, Shanae Lawrence, 5'10" sophomore from Rockwell. All 3 that we highlight here in the pregame show from Rockwell, Texas. She's a transfer from St. Edward's University. 2nd in field goal percentage at 51% in the LSC, and she's 15 in rebounding at 5.7 rebounds per game. So obviously a huge factor on this team.
Earlier, you were actually able to talk to Mel Johnson, 4th-year head coach from Midwestern State. Here's that interview.
I'm joined by 4th-year head coach Noelle Johnson of the Mustangs. Thank you very much for joining us. Big game tonight. Your 4th season. Can you talk a little bit about building the Mustangs program?
You know, it's been an up and down 4 years. We've improved every year, and that's what you want to see is an improvement. And not only from year to year, but from game to game. And I feel like the kids, especially the seniors we have this year, have been a huge cornerstone to what we've been trying to do for this program.
Absolutely. And first place on the line tonight, what would a win mean to your team?
I think it would give us a huge boost of a confidence. For sure, knowing that we haven't won here in 10 years at Tarleton State. And so to come in here and have a little bit of confidence under our belt is something we haven't experienced in this program yet, at least not in the last 10 years.
A very good team in Tarleton State. In your mind, what are the keys for the Mustangs to come out victorious?
Well, I mean, obviously you got to stop their key players. You got to stop Peyton and Shelby Adamson. You got to stop Kiara Wright on the inside and Shanae Lawrence. But I think the first and foremost, what we have on our radar is our rebounding. That's going to be key. If we can block them out and limit them to one shot, we're going to have some success, at least on the defensive end.
Thank you very much for joining us, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Stay tuned. This is the LSC on Fox Sports. Thanks.
We would like to thank the following corporate partners. Firestone, we keep your car running newer, longer. 3 shops, 1 stop, maintenance, repairs, and tires. AccuConference, providing conference calling for the Lone Star Conference. Shutt Sports, official softball helmet of the Lone Star Conference. Alpha Graphics, providing printing solutions for the Lone Star Conference. My Sports Streams, providing fundraising solutions for Lone Star Conference member institutions. Bravo Health, community engagement partner of the Lone Star Conference. Adidas, official supplier of the Lone Star Conference. Jostens, official ring provider of the Lone Star Conference. Wilson, the official basketball of the LSC. In the Lone Star Conference, we're committed to respect, integrity, tradition, community, and academic excellence. Lone Star Conference, we're the one. Fans, don't forget to like the Lone Star Conference on Facebook. It's the best way to stay connected to all the latest information from around the league and join the conversation with other LSC fans. For an easy way to follow the latest happenings in the Lone Star Conference, be sure to follow the LSC on Twitter. Get scoring updates, event reminders, and breaking news when you follow the Lone Star Conference on Twitter. Hey LSC fans, it's free food, free games, free fun. 2012 Lone Star Conference Fan Fest, followed by 2 men's basketball games at 6 and 8:30. For more information, go to lonestarconference.org.
My name is Stephen Luke. I'm from the University of the Incarnate Word.
My name is Robert Guzman. I'm from Texas A&M Kingsville.
To find out about our rivalry,
Like the Lone Star Conference on Facebook.
because together, we're the one.
Welcome back here from Tarleton State University in Stephenville, Texas. I am Don Beat. Next to me, Travis Whipple. Big game tonight, big crowd. Lots of things expecting to happen tonight. Plenty of fireworks also expected.
Well, absolutely. First place on the line in the LSC, and should be a big matchup. Tarleton State University leads the LSC in attendance, so we expect a big crowd. Keys for tonight's game. I think Midwestern State University really needs to shut down the Adamson sisters that we featured earlier, and they need to take the crowd out of it. For Tarleton, they really need to shoot the ball at a high percentage as they've done all year. They lead the league in field goal, three-point, and free throw percentage, and they got to utilize this crowd, feed off of the energy.
As you just saw on the screen, the expected starting lineup tonight with Noel Johnson, fourth year as the head coach here for the Mustangs. Now we'll flip off the other side. We'll talk about the Texans here from Stephenville, Texas.
Yeah, like we mentioned, Tarleton State University shoots the basketball exceptionally well. They lead the league in three-point, field goal, and free throw percentage. They're 14-5 overall, 11-0 in the LSC, and that 12-game winning streak continues tonight.
Yeah, the Tarleton State team, interesting, Travis, because it's a bunch of players who've played together before.
Yeah, we mentioned the 3 key players here early that are all from Rockwell, Texas, and of course, Peyton Adamson and Shelby Adamson grew up together, and they really key it. And we'll touch on Shelby Adamson, 13.9 points per game, 4.7 rebounds, 91 assists, 46% from the field and 80% from the line. So she gets it done in a variety of ways, and I think obviously their senior leader.
Head coach for the Texans is Ronnie Hearn. 9th year as a head coach for the Texans. Recently reached the 1,000 win platform as a head coach.
Obviously that's a huge accomplishment for him and a real testament to the type of student athletes he's had here at Tarleton State University. They do an excellent job recruiting. We kind of mentioned this earlier, but just a great amount of tradition here on the campus of Tarleton State University, and so it should be a fun one tonight.
And no doubt about that, Travis. Tarleton State with full of traditions. It'd be a great experience for those watching who's not familiar with either one of these programs or the Lone Star Conference, to experience the traditions that are here at this university.
Well, absolutely, and we've talked about it a little bit in the pregame, but the Lone Star Conference is really committed to integrity, tradition, community, academic excellence, respect, and commitment. And that's what these games and being involved in the community and being a part of this tradition is all about, those organizational values. And out of that, the Lone Star Conference has really developed a tagline of "We're the one." We want to be the premier NCAA Division II athletic conference. We want to provide student athletes with an outstanding experience, give them opportunities to get involved in community service, to get a great education, and to leave here a better overall person, and that's what we're really after in the Lone Star Conference.
Midwestern State is in the maroon and gold colored jerseys, as the Tarleton State Texans are in the white jerseys. They'll meet at center court underneath the tee. Ready to get things going in a battle for first place. Texans undefeated in Lone Star Conference. Midwestern State 10-1.
2 great first place matchups tonight. What more could you ask for here from Wisdom Gymnasium on the campus of Tarleton State University?
And we're ready to get going here in Stephenville, Texas. The tip is off, and it'll go towards the Texans.
Lisa Parker handles it. Played for her dad in high school. You gotta love the daughters of coaches.
Here Wright drives in the lane, shoots the first bucket for 2.
Great left-handed take by Kira Wright.
Long 3 here, and it goes in, nothing but net.
Sierra Thompson knocks it down, the 6-foot forward, scoring about 8.3 points per game. Big 3 for her. She shoots it at 60% on the year, so you got to stay out on her.
It'll be an interesting matchup underneath the post. Both are very dominant. Long 3 again, misses. Rebounded by the Mustangs.
I think you're okay with that shot out of Shelby Adamson, your leader, senior leader.
Driving in the lane is no good. Rebounded by the Mustangs, and second chance opportunity by Jasmine Patterson knocks it down for the Mustangs.
Well, we mentioned her in the pregame show. She gets after the boards and was also LSC Defensive Player of the Week, so she's a tough one for the Mustangs.
Texans looking in for Kira Wright. She drives in and rolls out. Rebound by the Mustangs.
Definitely got to be impressed by Wright's ability in the post. A couple of good moves here early on.
Texans fans trying to get this team going here. They're down 5-2 early on here.
Little screen roll action for the Mustangs and a turnover.
Early turnover for the Mustangs. Now they throw it out to number 2, Peyton Anderson. Swat away, and it will remain with the Texans.
It'll stay here. A little high-low action there from Wright, trying to get it down into the post. Maybe could have taken a dribble or two to get a better passing angle on that one.
Long 3. Bounces up and out and over the post, and that will go to the Mustangs.
Peyton Adamson on that 3, so both Adamson sisters getting involved here early, getting some shots up, just not falling. A little cold start here for the Texans.
Mustangs pushing on the court fast, now pull up. Long 3 attempt again, bounces off, rebound back by MSU. This one will go up in, and a timeout will be called on the court by the Texans.
Savannah Carver with a big bucket. And that's what we talked about in the pregame show, Don, is that the Mustangs get after the offensive glass. They create a lot of additional opportunities for themselves by stealing the basketball or by getting on the offensive glass.
And we're talking about this on the way here. The Mustangs don't shoot really well, but they make plenty of opportunities for themselves, and that creates more points for them. Well,
absolutely. And it's so pivotal, especially in Lone Star Conference play and as you get into the South Central region, that there's going to be nights where you don't shoot the basketball well, so you got to find other ways to do it. And I think the Mustangs do a heck of a job, and that's obviously a direct result of their coach, Noelle Johnson.
And Noelle Johnson, she was actually a national champion as part of the Texas Tech team back in the early 90s.
1993 national champion, great coach, very humble. Enjoyed the interview with her in the pregame show.
Long 3 attempt outside, misses, rebounded by Wright. Now gets it in there for 2 for the Texans.
Kira Wright's going to be tough to stop all night. She's very active on the glass.
Whistle on the floor, it's going to be a foul on Shelby Anderson. We'll follow this here on the replay. And there's the foul underneath the post.
A little bit of a bump. Got her with the body.
Throw in goes out of bounds.
We're going to definitely have a packed house tonight, Don. Mm-hmm. It's really filling up in an exciting atmosphere here at Wisdom Gymnasium. A little bit of full court pressure applied, kind of a token pressure by Midwestern State.
Here right underneath the post again. She has 6 points already.
Extremely athletic, runs the floor very well. Interesting note about her brother Kendall plays football for the Baylor Bears.
1-point lead for the Mustangs. Turnover, though, and it'll go back to the Texans.
Pure Wright gets the steal there, and Adamson drives the lane.
Foul called.
A little bit of a body call there.
Mustang foul on number 25, Kirsty DeGilia, her first, team's first.
As you see as she drives the lane, fouled by
Texan shooting 2.
Skylar Warwick. And number 22, Shelby Anderson, will go to the line.
Adamson, 80% free throw shooter on the year.
The senior from Rockwall, Texas.
It's a good all-around player. We mentioned it in the pregame show. Not flashy, work extremely hard, and just gets the job done for you, but so vital in so many categories for this Texans team.
On Wednesday, she scored 9 points, had 11 rebounds. Knocks down that one, and the Texans have a 1-point lead early on here. Turnover again by the Mustangs, and it's been interesting here in the last, after that timeout call by the Texans, momentum kind of swung back towards the home team.
Yeah, absolutely, and what it's been has been turnovers for the Mustangs. 3 turnovers here in the early going as opposed to just 1 assist, and so obviously that's going to be a key stat as we continue. But again, Midwestern applying the full court pressure on the Texans. Shelby Adamson handles it, gets it inside.
And she gets fouled underneath the bucket, and she will go to the line.
Mustang foul on number 30.
Tarleton certainly being very aggressive here in the early going and attacking. As you see here on the replay, they're taking full advantage of opportunities going to the basket and getting to the free throw line.
Shanae Lawrence will go to the line, sinks the first one of her 2.
She is a 52% free throw shooter on the year.
Sinks the second one, and it's a 4-point Texan lead.
A little bit of token person-to-person defense. Nice baseline drive. Just puts it up a little bit short and actually off the Mustangs, and so it'll be Texans basketball. You got to wonder if this full court pressure will play into this game, as it kind of just wears you down and they get you playing the game that they want to play.
And we talked about it early in the pregame how Midwestern State goes with a wave style offense, and we'll probably see a whole new set of subs here. 10-7 is your score. You're listening, you're watching Lone Star Conference basketball here on FSSouthwest.com.
We strive for academic excellence. We believe in engaging our community. We're proud of our tradition. We exemplify respect on and off the field. We conduct ourselves with integrity, and we're committed to being the best. That's why we're the one. Lone Star Conference, we're the one.
Welcome back here from Stephenville, Texas. 10-7 is your score with Tarleton State on top of Midwestern State University, 10-7. After an interesting first few minutes, the Texans are going to be at the line here.
Barry at the free throw line. 5'9" sophomore.
Both of them good. 5-point lead for the Texans.
I think here in the early going down, you got to look at Kira Wright. 3 for 4 from the field, 6 points. Been on the offensive glass for a rebound, has a steal.
And another turnover by the Mustangs. That's 4 already, I believe.
And the Texans will give it right back on a traveling call. So back-to-back turnovers for both teams. Certainly if you're coaching, not what you want to see.
We'll see that throw in and just a traveling call. Not what you want to do here early on.
Both teams have gone to their bench here early and often, and they'd like to play that up-tempo, full-court pressure style of play.
Mustangs trying to look inside. Now they look towards the perimeter. Now back inside again. Spin around jumper is good.
Andrea Carter with that bucket for the Mustangs. Nice move in the inside. She's a 5'10" freshman forward.
Into the game for the Texans, number 20, Morgan Staley.
Both teams shooting the ball pretty well here in the early going. 50% for the Mustangs and 43% for the Texans.
Tarleton State working that perimeter. Now Kira Wright drives in, throws it outside for 3 is good.
Number 11, Tara Towns knocks down that 3-point bucket. Like we mentioned, they shoot the ball so well, you've got to stay out on all 5 on the perimeter.
Things look inside again, and it's turned over again. No one in front of number 20. And it's drived in for and 1.
Count the bucket, and guess who? Kira Wright with the steal and the pass to make that fast break happen.
As you're going to see a whole line change from Midwestern State. We talked about that wave they do every 4 minutes or so.
I think they need a little bit of a change of pace here because it's now 17-9. Had the early lead. Texans been able to get back into it. And again, it's been a lot of Midwestern State turnovers that's gone against them here.
Morgan Staling will step up to the line. She had 12 minutes in the game on Wednesday against Cameron. And she gets her 3rd point of the night.
77% free throw shooter. They're all very good from the line.
9-point lead for the Texans.
I think an important offensive possession. Sorry, Don. Important offensive possession here for the Mustangs to get something out of this.
They've turned the ball over in their last couple possessions.
Run a lot of screen roll action.
Looked like they wanted to shoot a 3. Now they do, and it's blocked and taken back towards Tarleton State.
Shelby Adamson on the block shot there. Again, a good all-around player for the Texans, playing good defense on the perimeter there.
A push inside of Kira Wright. Spins around, double teamed. Now they go back outside. Long 2 is missed. Rebounded back by Tarleton. And they'll hold there and reset their offense. Driving the lane, number 22, Shelby Anderson. Timeout by the Noel Johnson, the Mustangs. They're down by 11.
You got to really like the change of pace that Shelby Adamson brings to the game. Just such a good feel. You can tell a little start and stop move there. Gets all the way to the basket. She's a tough player to defend.
You look at the turnover ratio, 5 for the Mustangs and 1 for the Texans, and those are ways you start falling behind. You turn over the ball much more, you give the Texans more opportunity to shoot buckets, and now you have that 11-point lead.
Well, that's exactly right. You limit yourself. You turn the ball over, you're obviously not getting a shot or getting to the free throw line, and that also has led to fast break points for the Texans here, and that's been a big factor in this 20-9 lead for Tarleton State University.
Mustangs with the ball as they try to push through this Texan defense. A foul called on the inside.
Texans
going to be on Kiera Wright.
Wright. Her first.
We will see the drive in the lane and the foul by Kiera Wright.
DeGilia at the line against a student athlete that we highlighted in the pregame. Solid player, 10.5 points per game. Shoots at 75% from the line, so not somebody you want to have up there.
She hits the second one for the Cherry Stripe, the sophomore from Denton, Texas. Closes the gap, backbound by 9 here in the first half. Tarleton looking inside. And a rebound by the Mustangs. Quickly down court and 2 by Savannah Carver.
Yeah, she's definitely their go-to person. 15.5 points per game. The senior from Amarillo gets it done.
Texans driving the lane and rebounded back by Tarleton State. That's one thing that Tarleton State does a really good job at, is rebounding the ball. 5 seconds left in the shot clock, and goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Mustangs. So it'll remain Tarleton State ball.
For the Texans, number 2, Peyton Adamson, number 22, Shelby Adamson, and number 33, Shanae Lorenz.
Bringing back both Adamson sisters here after a quick breather on the bench.
And it's going to be a 5-second violation on Tarleton State, and it'll turn the ball back over to the Mustangs.
Full court pressure off of this dead ball, putting somebody on the basketball, and now they kind of fall back. So again, that token pressure, but both teams utilize it, can really wear opponents out throughout the course of the game.
Mustangs want to go inside, but they're having a tough time pushing through that defense. Now this time they pushed in. It's going to be Sierra Thompson for 2.
Great pass by Savannah Carver. Outstanding find.
Turnover back in a drive in the lane and foul.
DeGilia got that steal and pass, and so nice couple minutes here for the Mustangs.
Mustangs will be at the line when we come back. 20 to 15 with the Tarleton State Texans on top of the Mustangs from Midwestern State. We'll be back at this on Fox Sports Southwest.com. Welcome back. 20 to 15 is your score. Mustangs at the line. First one is miss. Second one will go in, and it'll be a 4-point lead for the Texans from Tarleton State.
Nice little run here by the Mustangs to get back in this one. 20-16.
Sierra Thompson in the lane gets another 2 points. I think she has 8 so far early on.
A big basket by Kiera Wright, and again, she's been tough to stop all night. 8 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. Has been doing it all for the Texans.
Mustangs looking to go inside, but instead pull back. Long 2, bounces in and out. Rebound by Wright. They'll go back to the Texans.
Solid defensive possession there. Shot clock all the way down to 1.
Quickly across Peyton Anderson for 2. Quick offensive set. Caught Midwestern State kind of sleeping in that defensive set.
Well, there you go. It was a long rebound, not maybe the best shot. The shot clock was winding down, and then you got a fast break on the other end.
Long 3 again, and bounces in and out. Rebound by the Texans, and a foul called.
Mustang foul number 42,
Jasmine Patterson with a foul there. As you'll see the 3 miss, and a foul underneath the bucket.
Lawrence on the offensive glass, 5.7 rebounds per game. We talked about her in the pregame show. Somebody you've got to box out, plays extremely hard. She knocks down that first free throw. She shoots it at 52% on the free throw line, but has knocked them down tonight. Been there a couple of times here early.
And the second one will bounce in and out, rebound by the Mustangs. A 9-point lead for the Texans again.
Mustangs will swing it around the perimeter. Very good motion offense.
And a foul away from the bucket.
Texan foul number 33, Shanae Lawrence, her first, team score.
Shanae Lawrence. And you'll see this offensive possession here on the replay. And it's a little touching that a little too far for the referees. Mustangs drive in. Not a good look there, but a foul called.
Texan foul on number 33, Shanae Lawrence, her second, team's fifth.
Shanae Lawrence called with her second foul in back-to-back positions. She has 2.
That's big. Lawrence picking up 2 fouls again. Averages 5.7 rebounds per game and 8.3 points per game. So obviously an important member of the Texans team.
For the Texans,
so Savannah Carver will be at the line.
Along with number 41, Cheyenne Berry.
The senior from Amarillo, Texas.
Berry and Bledsoe back in here for the Texans.
Knocks down the second one, knocks the Texan lead back down to 8. Tarleton pushing inside, misses, but rebound back by the Mustangs. They'll quickly go back across the court. Good rebound, and will drop in for 2 more points.
Savannah Carver, 2 more. Tough to defend her. She can do a lot of things. Very versatile player for the Mustangs.
Both these teams shooting about even. 43% from the field for the
Shelby Adamson,
Midwestern State and 47 for Tarleton State. Shelby Emerson knocks down another 2. Midwestern State will carry the ball, drive in, and a foul is going to be called on number 14, I believe.
Texan foul on number 14, Brianna Bledsoe.
Brianna Bledsoe, as you see the foul there on the replay.
Got her with the body. Not quite set, and of course,
number 11,
You know, this
Tara
play,
Towns.
it didn't happen, but new this year to college basketball is the arc, much like the NBA. If you're inside there, it's automatically a block. She wasn't, but was just moving her feet a little bit.
Texan foul number 32, Kiera Wright.
Kiera Wright with the foul.
Her second, team 7.
As the fouls are starting to rack up.
Shooting 2, number 24, Savannah Carver.
Savannah Carver on the line as she's 1 for 2 from the line.
Both Wright and Lawrence with 2 fouls here for the Texans. So that's taking both of their forwards out of it here. Probably, it could possibly be for the remaining 8:45 here in this half. It's always interesting to see the coach's philosophy on 2 fouls and a half. May or may not see either one of those ladies back in here.
Second one will drop in. It'll bring the Texan lead to 7. Bledsoe drives in the lane. No good. Rebounded by the Mustangs, but it's taken back away by the Texans, and the Mustangs take it right back. Long lob pass across the court. Not good, and will be rebounded by the Texans.
Carly Moore enters the game. She's a 6-foot freshman from Justin, Texas, and quickly gets a rebound. Obviously, she's got some great size, and went after that rebound. Pulled it in.
Number 11, Andrea Carter.
Foul called on Andrea Carter.
Team 6.
6th foul for the Mustangs.
Little box set, screen the screener play here for the Texans, and couldn't get that shot up top, probably what was designed, but they'll pull it out and set it up here.
Cheyenne Berry with the ball, hands it over to number 14, Bledsoe. Edmondson with the ball. 6 seconds left on the shot clock, and a foul called.
Mustang foul number 33.
You know, obviously, as Mustangs don't want to foul when the shot clock gets to be around 5 or 6.
Please welcome to the floor your
27 to 20 with Tarleton State on the top of the Midwestern State Mustangs. We'll be back after this on Fox Sports Southwest.com.
I'd like to thank the following corporate partners. Firestone, we keep your car running newer, longer. 3 shops, 1 stop, maintenance, repairs, and tires. Conference, providing conference calling for the Lone Star Conference. Shut Sports, official softball helmet of the Lone Star Conference. Alpha Graphics, providing printing solutions for the Lone Star Conference. My Sports Streams, providing fundraising solutions for Lone Star Conference member institutions. Bravo Health, community engagement partner of the Lone Star Conference. Adidas, official supplier of the Lone Star Conference. Jostens, official ring provider of the Lone Star Conference. Wilson, the official basketball of the LSC. In the Lone Star Conference, we're committed to respect, integrity, tradition, community, and academic excellence. Lone Star Conference, we're the one. Fans, don't forget to like the Lone Star Conference on Facebook. It's the best way to stay connected to all the latest information from around the league and join the conversation with other LSC fans. For an easy way to follow the latest happenings in the Lone Star Conference, be sure to follow the LSC on Twitter. Get scoring updates, event reminders, and breaking news when you follow the Lone Star Conference on Twitter.
Welcome back. 7-point lead for the Texans from Tarleton State University on top of the Midwestern State University Mustangs.
They'll certainly look to a couple things here early, Don, and that's the rebounding edge, something that Midwestern has done so well this year. It's pretty much an even race on the boards, and then turnovers for Midwestern have really hurt them.
Shelby Anderson will go to the line. Hits the first of the 1-and-1. 7 points tonight with 2 rebounds.
80% free throw shooter.
This is the second one, though, rebounded by the Mustangs.
I think an important 7 minutes and 25 seconds for both teams here as we kind of wind down this first half into halftime. Certainly want the momentum going into the second half.
Whistle called. on a hard foul underneath the basket.
Texan foul number
We'll
31,
see that here on the
Carly Moore.
replay.
Her
We'll
first.
see
Carly
Andre
Moore.
Carter drive in.
Carly Moore gets the block there. Just again, moving her feet and was pretty close to that arc. I think she did get outside of it, but
Andre Carter will go to the line. She has 2 points this evening. Hits the first one.
she's a freshman, 5'10" forward from.
And you see the Texans crowd firing up this team.
We talked about that on the way here, the tradition that they have, and this university named after John Tarleton, who, legend has it, walked all the way from Tennessee to this area of Stephenville.
Tarleton going with a quick offense and a foul underneath the bucket. And we were expecting a big crowd tonight, and this is maybe a packed house for the men's game and a really good crowd here for the women's game. And you see the foul underneath the bucket.
Absolutely, I think you're going to be a point of standing room only here pretty shortly.
Carly Moore misses the first one from the charity stripe.
Wisdom Gymnasium here, a great facility, really pack it in here, and tremendous atmosphere and great tradition.
Hits the second one, and it'll be a 7-point Texan lead. As Diana Jones will run the point. She'll shoot it. Bounces up and over and rebounded by the Mustangs, and that's going to be 2 more points. Knocked down by Jasmine Patterson.
Patterson crashing the boards. 6.2 rebounds per game, just gets after it. Very athletic, and finished very nicely there.
Long shot by the Texans, no good. Rebound by the Mustangs.
Gober with the rebound. And they'll get her for a double dribble call, turnover Mustangs. It sort of plagued them so far this evening, Don. The turnovers hurting themselves.
Yeah, the turnovers has been the issue for both these teams now. More so for MSU, but 7 for the Mustangs and 4 for Tarleton State. A couple crooked numbers here early on. Long 3 is no good. Rebounded by MSU.
We've got a tight one here. This is for first place in the LSC tonight.
Traveling call, though. It's going to be another turnover, their 8th of the evening.
You got Savannah Carver on the travel there. Shuffling her feet a little bit on that catch.
We'll see Lisa Parker. She'll inbound the ball to Ellison, and we'll give it back to Parker.
Parker, 52 assists on the year, does a real nice job running this offense, and again, daughter of a coach.
Jaden Amison, the other of the Amison sisters, with a 2-pointer there. 31-24 with Tarleton State on top. Spin move by DeGila. Now throws it over. Lob pass turned back over to Tarleton State. Long 3 and bounces in and out. Rebound by the Mustangs.
And that's one stat coming into it. Texans have shot it so well, lead the LSC from behind the arc, and it certainly hasn't been a factor yet. Obviously want to see how that'll play out here the rest of the way.
9 turnovers for the Mustangs. They turn it over in their last 2 possessions. Savannah Carver with the ball, looking to go inside.
Looking for that high screen and roll.
Long 3. Hits the rim and out. Kind of a last-second desperation move with the shot clock running out.
The Mustangs really like to utilize that high screen and roll. It's kind of their go-to when the shot clock's running down. Foul
called after the rebound.
Texan foul number 20, Morgan Stanley, her first.
Morgan Stanley will be called for the foul. He'll go back to Midwestern State.
Towns in for the Texans, replacing Barry. Give her a little rest here. Foul trouble, a little bit of an issue for the Texans with Wright and Lawrence, both with 2, haven't been in since about the 8:30 mark in this one, and so we'll see how that continues to play out here the rest of the half.
Diana Jones will go in for the 1-and-1 and misses, and is going to be a rebound by the Texan offense. Amundsen will have the ball. Gives it to Towns. Long 3, off the rim, no good. Rebound by Midwestern State.
Sierra Thompson pulled that rebound down for the Mustangs.
Diana Jones, cross court, keeps it herself and knocks down the 2.
Nice fast break opportunity. I think something the Mustangs need to continue to do as this game goes on, get easy points in transition.
Emerson tried to pass it inside to Moore, but knocked away, taken away back by the Mustangs, and a foul underneath the bucket.
Savannah Carver, great pass. Pushing it and getting it up the floor so that the Mustangs were able to get to the free throw line.
And you see the foul there, and we'll have Midwestern State at the line after this. 31-26 with Tarleton State on top of Midwestern State. You're watching this game on Fox Sports Southwest.com.
Upcoming games here on our broadcast schedule. This partnership with Fox Sports Southwest and Fox Sports Houston. We'll be at Eastern New Mexico for Texas Women's University and Eastern New Mexico University. And then on February 6th, Texas A&M Kingsville at A&M Commerce. That's a men's and women's doubleheader. And then on February 11th, Eastern New Mexico at ACU. Again, another women's and men's doubleheader. February 18th, University of the Incarnate Word goes to Angelo State. February 25th, West Texas A&M will be at Cameron University, and then we'll round out our coverage, the LSC basketball tournament in the end of February, beginning of March.
As the Lone Star Conference tournament will be held in Allen, Texas, in the Allen Event Center, a beautiful facility.
Just a tremendous facility. Will be great for the Lone Star Conference to come in there. 8 men's teams make it, 8 women's teams. Going to be a fantastic week of basketball.
Mustangs at the line. The Gale will hit both, and it'll be a 3-point Texans lead. Texans once led by 9. Good, easy bucket underneath the post for Carly Moore. Tarleton goes back to their fast set offense. Underneath the bucket again. 4 easy points for Carly Moore. They'll stretch it back out to 7 again.
I was just about to comment on how Midwestern's battled back in this one, and they're really sitting well going into halftime, and then a couple of easy baskets quickly, I should say, for the Texans.
Tarleton's just been so fast on the breakaways that Midwestern has not been able to keep up with them.
Certainly something to look at here as we move into halftime and into the second half will be that transition defense from Midwestern.
Shot right before the clock goes off, and it'll be rebounded by Tarleton State.
Texans will slow it up here a little bit, looking to get a great shot. 10 on the shot clock here.
Cheyenne Berry will have the ball. 5 seconds left of the shot clock. Gives it to Emerson. She'll drive in the lane and tough pass right before. Tough bucket right inside before the buzzer went out and by Shelby Emerson.
Well, real effective possession there by the Texans, really working the shot clock, making sure they got what they wanted, and extending this lead a little bit as we approach the 2-minute mark.
Jasmine Patterson will get 2 more and go back to that 7-point lead. And a whistle called on the floor.
Like a hold coming off of that screen.
Mustang foul on number 42, Jasmine Patterson.
Yeah, Patterson
Her second.
on that one.
As we'll see that here. Just
Into
a
the
little
game for the
touch.
Mustangs, number 11, Andrea Carter.
Enough to do it. Certainly
Shooting
bumped her
1-1 for the
player
Texans,
off
number 11, Tara
the spot
Towns.
there. She was trying to set a screen. And
So bring up Tara Towns, the senior guard from Dublin, Texas. Misses the first one. And Midwestern will get the ball back.
minute 35 here to go in this one, first half.
If you're Midwestern, you want to get some momentum going here leading into the half. Get a couple buckets in and another whistle.
And that's really the way to do it because you draw the foul and now
Texan foul number
that's
31, Carly Moore,
10th
her second.
team foul on the Texans, so
At the
we'll
line for the Mustangs,
be able to shoot double
shooting
bonus
two,
here.
number 25, Kirsty
That was on
DeGilia.
Carly Moore. And they'll bring up Midwestern State up to the line. First one, it'll go in by Christy DeGila.
Returning to the
Fifth
game
point
for
of
the
the night.
Mustangs, number 33, Diana Jones.
As Diana Jones will check in.
Kirsty shoots it at 75%. Such a key part of their team, 10.5 points per game.
Second one sinks in, a 5-point Texans lead. And you see Tara Towns there on your screen. Running the point. Now it gets over to Barry. Underneath the bucket, a foul called.
We'll put Adamson
Mustang foul number
on the
33,
line here. And
Diana
again, both
Jones,
teams in the double
her
bonus,
second,
so a
team's
smart
10th.
decision to attack
At the line for the Texans,
the interior.
shooting two, number 22,
Shelby's just such a
Adamson.
smart player. Again, you know, their senior leader.
Shelby Anderson hits the first one from the stripe. That will be her 10th, so she'll be in double figures.
Great start for her early, and that's a tremendous sign for the Texans. When Shelby plays well, they play well, and so it's such an important part of their team.
Returning to the game for the Mustangs, number 40, Carissa Lang.
Crystal Lang will replace Jones. As Anderson will go up to the line, shooting her second one from the stripe, and it's good. Back to it at 7-point lead for the Texans.
Minute to go here in the first half. It's been a great first half. Back and forth action, as you would expect in a battle here for first place in the Lone Star Conference.
Sierra Thompson, spin move, misses. A couple second chance opportunities, and she'll get fouled.
They nailed
Texan foul number
Lisa
10, Lisa
Parker on
Martin.
that foul, and just a couple of missed box outs there, and you saw Parker get a little frustrated at some of her teammates because she knows the value of the fundamentals, and you got to box out.
Sierra Thompson hits the first one from the charity stripe, 6 points this
Sierra
evening
Thompson.
with 6
Returning to the
rebounds.
game for the Texans, number 11, Tara
61%
Towns.
free throw shooter on the year.
And you see head coach Ronnie Hearn patrolling the sideline for the Texans.
Had such a great career here, really established a tremendous program, has Coach Hearn.
40 seconds left on the clock. Texans with the ball. 5-point lead. Well, a 17-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Texans holding on the ball, getting inside to Moore, but she'll be fouled. And the shot clock will go off.
Mustang foul on number 11, Andrea Carter.
We'll see the inbound pass inside from
At the line,
Barry,
Texas shooting
and
two,
a
number 31,
foul
Carly
called
Moore.
on Towns.
Tell you, Carly Moore's come in here and played some valuable minutes for the Texans. 8 minutes here in this one. She's been 2 of 2 from the field.
Number 5, Lisa Hampton.
5 points, 1 of 2 from the free throw line now. But you know, we mentioned that foul trouble a little bit that has hurt the Texans, but she's come in and played exceptional.
Second one goes in. So one misses one and makes the other. 18 seconds left on that shot clock. That clock. Midwestern State has the ball. Need to get at least a 2 here and cut it down to a 4-point lead at the half. Open look for the Mustangs, nothing but net. 2 seconds left on the clock. Long shot will just be short.
Your halftime score, your Texans 40.
High scoring first half, Travis
37.
40-37.
You know, it's absolutely what we expected out of these two teams coming in. We knew they could really put some points up, and I think a huge shot there for the Mustangs to finish out the half, to give them a little bit of momentum. Lang knocking down that 3 to bring them within 3.
Yeah, at one point, Tarleton State had a 9-point lead. Cut it down to that 3-point lead with that 3-pointer just before the buzzer in the first half.
Yeah, absolutely. Huge key and big momentum swing.
All right, we'll be back. You're watching this broadcast, the LOC on Fox Sports Southwest.
Halftime entertainment.
Hey LSC fans, it's free food, free games, free fun. 2012 Lone Star Conference Fan Fest, followed by 2 men's basketball games at 6 and 8:30. For more information, go to lonestarconference.org.
I think tradition is essential to the lifeblood of any institution and any athletic department. When you consider tradition, that's really the one thing. It speaks excellence. It speaks things that are very important to the people who have come through and laid the groundwork for your programs in the past. And it's really the one element that really ties people together and ties just the element of success and excellence to those that are in the program now.
Commitment to me is exercising discipline in your endeavors, whether it's academically, athletically, in my position and role as an assistant athletic director or whatever. And the discipline side of it is, in my mind, is doing what needs to be done, the way it needs to be done, every time.
Integrity in athletics should be a reflection of the value that we place on integrity within the entire institution. Integrity is really the bedrock. It's the foundation upon which everything else we do is built. The thing that I stress to our students especially is not only the reality of integrity, but the perception of integrity. Yeah, it's important to do the right thing. It's important to do the right thing for the right reason. But it's also important for other people to know that you're doing the right thing.
Academic excellence is every student athlete having success in the classroom so that they have an opportunity to get a marketable degree to advance in life as they leave the university.
You know, when you talk about a bridge building between the community and Tarleton, I think that we have more than a bridge. I think we have a 4-lane highway right now because we have so much interaction between our community. They have a ownership in Tarleton State University. They feel like they are so welcomed here. They feel like they are a part of this university. And when you can build that special relationship between university and community, I think you have something that is a win-win situation. I think it's something that you can really build on.
I think respect is very important in your team, and within your team you have to respect each other as players and respect your coaching staff. And we talk about a lot that respect comes down to the golden rule. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Look each other in the eye when they're talking. Body language, always have positive body language. So respect is essential in order to have a good team and a good program.
My name is Stan Wagner, Commissioner of the Lone Star Conference. Our mission in the Lone Star Conference is to foster student participation and success among member institutions in Division II athletics as a part of the total educational program on each campus. We're committed to developing student athletes and preparing them for life ahead, and we're doing that with particular emphasis on integrity and tradition, academic excellence, respect, community, and commitment. These 6 organizational values have made the Lone Star Conference what it is, and they will continue to shape our future success on the playing field, in the classroom, and in the community. Our actions should be guided by these values. Our decisions should be based on these values, and our story should be told using these values as our guide. The Lone Star Conference is unlike any other. It's unique. We have a proud past and an even brighter future. It's time we embrace our heritage. It's time we celebrate our strengths, and it's time we emphasize the values that help to define who we are as a group.
Tarleton State University, Dr. Dominic DeTavio, thank you very much for joining us.
Oh, my pleasure. Big night for us here at Tarleton.
Absolutely, great to have you. As you know, one of the organizational values of the Lone Star Conference is academic excellence.
Yes,
and
sir.
so how do you foster academic excellence here on campus?
I'll tell you what, everything begins with an outstanding faculty, and at Tarleton, over the years, we've just been extraordinarily blessed to have a group of faculty members that believe mightily in providing personal attention to our students, mentoring them along throughout their time here at Tarleton, and then really trying to advance them even in their professional careers. And so everything begins at that point in time with a student. One of the things we've done the last couple years is we've taken that great history that we've had of personal attention, and we've developed a student success program. Important markers throughout that are to assure that our students have the kind of academic advising that they need so that they can continue to make progress toward degree, to give them supplemental instruction for those courses that might be a bit more difficult, to provide tutoring for them, and to find a way to immerse them in the life of the university very early on, because clearly one of the things that makes a student continue to progress toward graduation is feeling a connection to the university and finding a way that they personally connect to other students here. And so finding a way to involve them in a very rich in-class and out-of-class environment is fundamental to the academic excellence at Tarleton.
That's outstanding. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And another organizational value for the Lone Star Conference is integrity. And so how do you
Yes, sir.
demonstrate that here at Tarleton State University?
Well, first and foremost, character matters. And that's something that we have believed from the time this university has started. You know, we have been a ROTC university from the time that program started back in 1917. And so that military history, their duty, their call to honor, that has been embedded in who we are. Just recently we started on a new academic and strategic planning exercise, and as part of that conversation, one of the things that we began talking about was what are the core values of this institution. The very first core value, integrity. Integrity is fundamental to who it is that we are, what it is that we do. And again, I would say that goes back to a faculty that is engaged with our students and want to see them succeed. And they clearly understand character matters, character is destiny. That's an old Aggie-ism and because we've been part of the A&M system for coming on 100 years now, this notion of character is destiny is fundamental to us. You'll see if you walk across the campus, it's a very simple sign, but it's a powerful one, hanging outside the Student Center. It says, "Texans do not cheat." And I mean, that speaks volumes to what it is that we're about. We're about honor, we're about integrity, and we're about doing things right here at Tarleton.
Absolutely, some great traditions here, and a new tradition for the Lone Star Conference, the football festival coming in September, and Tarleton State will be able to participate in that. What are your thoughts from a community standpoint and from a university?
Well, I'll tell you what, our football coach is so excited. I mean, he's off the chart excited about this. He considers, short of just recruiting the very best scholar athletes that we can, he thinks this football festival is one of the most significant markers in Tarleton football history. So he is just absolutely excited about it. You know, for years, many of the students that come to Tarleton come from the Metroplex area. And so we have not only a lot of connections there because of people that have come this way, but then an awful lot of our alumni that live up in the Metroplex. So this is going to be a great opportunity to gather alumni together, people that may not have been able to come down for a Tarleton football game to see the quality of football that we're playing in the Lone Star Conference and especially here at Tarleton. I think it's going to be a wonderful night. I'm expecting thousands and thousands of loyal Tarleton alumni to come out and see us play that night. You know, Stephenville has a little bit of a football history as well. This is a city of Friday night lights. And so I think the Stephenville community is going to be so excited about this as well. It's not only an opportunity to play in the premier football stadium in Texas, but probably the premier stadium in the country. So we're pumped and we're excited about this.
Absolutely, should be a great draw. One last question for you, the future of Tarleton State University and the Lone Star Conference.
Yeah. Well, you know, we just have come back from the NCAA convention in Indianapolis where the presidents and Stan, our conference commissioner, met to talk exactly about that issue. And I'll tell you what, I feel very good that with presidential leadership and the quality of leadership we have in Stan, we're taking a what I consider a progressive and strategic approach to making sure that this conference does two things. One, survives all this conference realignment that we're seeing, and two, one of the stated goals is to be the premier Division II conference in the country. And so we spent a lot of time the last couple of weeks talking about how we do both of those things. We think we have some good options going forward for looking at new universities to bring into the conference, possibly some special kind of conference alignments, and how it is that we really raise the bar on who we already are as an outstanding conference in Division II.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for your time. We'll be back after this. This is the LSC on Fox Sports.
Thank you, Travis.
Thank you, sir. You bet. Good to see you again. Have fun tonight. And we're back here, the LSC on Fox Sports. Thanks for joining us, and great words from Dr. Dominic DeTavo on the direction of the Lone Star Conference, and that really starts with this partnership with Fox Sports. I'd like to thank Lindsey Bryant, Lindsey Dobbs, Mark Yates for just putting this partnership together, and of course our production crew, Jim Barton, Ryan Barton, Matt Broussard, and Scott Sullivan do an excellent job for us. First half done. As we thought, kind of a high-scoring affair, and really excited about the second half here.
Yeah, Tarleton State had a 9-point lead at one time in the first half. Midwestern State reeled it back in with a 3-point shot with about 2 seconds left. Made a 3-point ball game, but you look at the rebounding battle, Midwestern State controls that, and I figured it really could have been Tarleton. I thought Tarleton was probably a better rebounding team going this. It's a 7-plus swing towards Midwestern, 21 to 14, pointing their directions, but a turnover battle has hindered Midwestern State, 9 to Tarleton's 5. But you look at the points off turnovers, 11 for Tarleton, Midwestern State with 7, and the second chance opportunities on the other end, 10 for Midwestern State and Tarleton 5. So it's been kind of that back and forth mixture, and the Tarleton State bench has been very effective, 14 points compared to Midwestern State's 6, as both these teams like to switch players in and out.
Absolutely, and I'll look at Tarleton State in the first half. Kira Wright got off to a great start, 8 points in only 10 minutes, though, because of the 2 fouls. She got in foul trouble. She's 4 of 5 from the field with 4 rebounds. Shelby Adamson, 11 points. She's their senior leader, kind of their go-to. She went 5 of 6 from the line, did a great job getting there. And for the Mustangs, Sierra Thompson, 7 points. And we talked about Savannah Carver quite a bit in the pregame. 8 points for her and 4 rebounds, and she kind of makes the Mustangs go. And so first place on the line tonight from Wisdom Gymnasium at Tarleton State University as we get set to go for the second half.
As you saw that crowd here in Stephenville, Texas, full atmosphere, a Rutgers crowd, a school full of traditions. And it'll be Midwestern State with the ball here in the start the second half.
Absolutely, great traditions here, and the energy level in this building just continues to escalate. As of course, we've got the men's game up next as well. Another battle for first place.
Sierra Thompson with the ball. Gets it over to Savannah Carver. Misses that one. Rebound back by the Texans. Shelby Anderson with the ball. Gets it inside to Kira Wright, and that's the first time we've seen her since the early part of the first half. Took a bit of a break. Shanae Lawrence will get the put back in, give the Texans a 5-point lead.
Lawrence, another one that was in foul trouble a little bit in that first half, and so she's tough on the glass and got that put back.
No good, and the rebound last touch was going to be by Tarleton State, so remain Mustang ball.
Number 25, Kirsty DeGilia, and number 42, Jasmine Patterson.
Crystal Lang will inbound it for the Mustangs. Both teams battling for first place in the Lone Star Conference.
Such an important game in the race. Home game so vital to win in this difficult LSC. We talked pregame show, true champion, home and home.
Rebound. Will be no good, out of bounds. Last touch by the Midwestern State, and will go towards Tarleton State. Anderson will have the ball. Tyler will look inside to Kiera Wright. This one popped away by the Mustangs, but Savannah Carver not able to hold on to it. And it'll go back to Tarleton State.
Tough drive by Shelby Adamson, and did such a good job in that first half of getting to the line. She went 5 of 6. And so Midwestern is definitely going to have to try to keep her out of the lane.
We'll see the inbound pass.
Second half continues.
And the foul. As Kiera Wright looks like try to throw it outside to Peyton Anderson, and it will go out of bounds back to the Mustangs. Chris Lang will have the ball, run point. Aguila will hand it over to Carver. Carver drives in the lane, and a whistle called traveling though, and it'll go back to Tarleton State.
Again, the turnover situation. Midwestern struggled with that a little bit in the first half, and have a travel here. 9 turnovers now for them.
Here Wright will drive the lane, spin move, and she'll go get fouled and go to the line.
She's been tough to
Mustang
stop.
foul number 42, Jasmine Patterson.
What really slowed her down were those 2 fouls in the first half. Otherwise, she's really been able to have her way. Very athletic and getting to the basket. Good footwork.
First one bounces off the rim.
Returning to the game for the Mustangs, number 11, Andrea Carter.
That was her first time in the cherry stripe this evening, and she'll sink the other one.
Pretty good at the line, about a 70% free throw shooter on the season.
Aguila will have the ball as they work the outside perimeter. Now Carver will have it. Aguila will spin around, and another whistle.
Texas foul number 22, Shelby Adamson.
Shelby Adamson will be called for the foul.
Another box set here out of bounds. Normally a screen for the screener type play for Midwestern, not that time.
That one poked away by Wright, and she'll hang on to it. So another turnover by Midwestern.
Lisa Parker running the show for the Texans here. Gets them set up in their offense. Definitely intentional about looking into the post.
And
called her for stepping on the line. They got Lawrence there.
You'll see the play here. Lawrence will go underneath the baseline, and you'll see steps right out of bounds. So Midwestern State with an opportunity here to cut down the 6-point Tarleton State lead. That one will drop in for 2, and that's DeGilia with the bucket.
DeGilia, good all-around player for the Mustangs, gets to the basket there. Was a little bit quiet in the first half. I think they really need to get her involved here second half.
You're right. Outside, throws it. Long 3 by the Texans. Off the rim, back behind the backboard, and it'll go back to Midwestern State. And you'll see Sierra Thompson inbounding the ball.
Thompson had a great first half, 7 points. Did a variety of things for the Mustangs.
Mustangs long 3, nothing but net, and it'll be a 1-point Texan lead.
Thompson with the big bucket for the Mustangs to bring them within 1.
And a foul away from the ball.
Mustang foul number 20, Sierra Thompson. Her first, team's third.
Third foul on Sierra Thompson. As Tarleton State will have the ball. Drive it inside to Shanae Lawrence, and she'll get it. Lawrence will sink down 2 more, and it'll be a 3-point Tarleton State lead.
They've certainly been very intentional about going inside to Lawrence and Wright. And those are the 2 that got into foul trouble in the first half, but have really played very well.
Rebound, and the ball will go out of bounds.
Media
They'll go
timeout.
back to the Mustangs.
Please welcome back to the floor your Texan
45-42 with Tarleton
stars.
State on the lead. You're watching this game on Fox Sports. This is the Lone Star Conference.
We strive for academic excellence. We believe in engaging our community. We're proud of our tradition. We exemplify respect on and off the field. We conduct ourselves with integrity, and we're committed to being the best. That's why we're the one. Lone Star Conference, we're the one.
Welcome back. 42-45 with the Texans in the lead. You see the Texan fans here cheering on their team. Trying to give them some extra momentum in the second half.
Certainly is needed. Tight ball game here. We've talked about it all night. First place on the line in the Lone Star Conference.
Out of bounds, and it'll go back to Midwestern State. Both teams with a double-digit winning streak, with the Midwestern State Mustangs with a 10-game winning streak and Tarleton State with a 12-game winning streak. But one of those will end tonight.
Absolutely. Both teams have just been playing exceptional basketball coming into this one, and we haven't been disappointed tonight.
Midwestern will rebound it. It'll be taken back away. Breakaway pass over to Tarleton. Hayden Anderson with the two. Running that fast break offense again that really threw Midwestern State off in the first half.
Well, absolutely. You get easy baskets in transition. Just makes all the difference. And so very nice fast break there by the Texans.
Diane Jones with the ball, and a foul called, and it's going to be on the Texans. And we'll see the foul here.
Number 22,
Shelby Amundsen.
Her
third foul, so
into the game for the Texans.
Not what you want to see with the lead, your
number 41,
leading scorer for the Texans with 3 fouls.
You're absolutely right about that. Don't want to see that. She kind of asked the official, I think, exactly what happened. Certainly she was very cool and calm and all that, but just wanted a little further clarification. And 3 fouls on her. Likely might see her get a breather here pretty soon, but Coach Hearn hasn't brought a sub up.
Midwestern will have the ball with Savannah Carver holding on to it. She'll drive in the lane, gets it outside to Jones. Carver open for three. Yes!
Savannah Carver, 3 points.
2-point lead for the Texans.
She averages over 15 a game, Carver, and knocks down a big shot there for the Mustangs. Pace has certainly been slowed a little bit here in the second half.
Mustang foul number 20, Sierra Thompson.
Sierra Thompson call for a foul. Her second foul, fourth team foul. Tara Towns will be inbounding it, and a whistle already. Savannah Carver with a foul.
Number 24, Savannah Carver.
Looked like they got her for a hold. That's her third foul as well. So leading scorers from both teams now with 3 fouls could be something to follow here as we move forward in the second half.
Here, right. Now gets called for the foul. Looks like a charge.
That'll be her third foul as well. So we're starting to see that foul trouble might play a factor.
You'll see the charge right there.
Number 25, Kirsty DeGilio.
They'll go back to Midwestern with an opportunity to tie the game.
I think an important time right now, just under 14 minutes. Wright and Adamson both go to the bench for the Texans.
Jones will have the ball, hits it over to DeGila. And another foul call.
Mustang foul number 20, Sierra Thompson, her third, team 6th.
Plenty of players on both teams getting to foul trouble, so it's going to come down, how deep is your team maybe here later on.
Absolutely. When your name and number's called, you got to come in and perform to the highest of your abilities, and we'll see what each team's bench is worthy of producing here in the second half.
Long two, misses, and it'll be rebounded by the Mustangs. So again, they'll have a shot here to at least tie, maybe go up by 1. Inside and rims out. The last touch is going to be by the Mustangs.
Returning to the game for the Texans, number 20, Morgan Staling.
Staling enters for the Texans, giving Peyton Adamson a little bit of a breather here with 13 minutes to go.
Inside pass to Towns, drops in and one.
Mustang foul number 31, Shatoya Gomer.
Towns with the big bucket, 5'7", senior from Dublin, Texas. You see it there on the replay. Gets the and one and will go to the line here for 1.
That one will hit off the backboard and drop in a friendly bounce. 5-point lead for the Texans.
Call that one a shooter's touch, right?
Yep. So Mustangs trying to look to get back in this. They were down by, they had it within 2. Now it's back to a 5-point lead. They're looking for their first win since 2005 against Tarleton State.
Certainly a tough place to come in and win here. Wisdom Gym, a lot of energy. Great tradition.
Turnover, and it'll go back to Tarleton State. They'll hold on to the ball, slow it down. Awkward shot, will miss, rebound back by the Texans. And a whistle on the floor. Yes, Savannah Carver will come back in the game for the Mustangs after that last dead ball.
Motion offense here for the Texans, trying to get a good one, up by 5.
Long shot will rim out. Rebound back by the Texans. Lowance dropped it in. Fans here thought it was a foul and one. Instead, it's a traveling call.
Wave it off and call her for traveling.
For the Texans, number
Certainly
22,
a great player. We'll see it on the replay. Great offensive rebound, though. She went after the basketball, and you love to see that, but get her with the travel.
Opportunity for the Mustangs to cut the lead back down. Look inside, and that's good. For 2 points by Sierra Thompson.
Thompson continues to play well for the Mustangs. Has really been outstanding for them.
Here, right, with the ball inside, pass to Lowance. Lawrence will have 2, and will get it back to a 5-point Texan lead. Diana Jones with probably not the best possible shot to make. Will turn the ball back over to Tarleton State.
Well, we talked for the Texans. They had that time period where they had Adamson and Wright both out with a little bit of foul troubles. They're both back in now. They weathered that storm and still lead.
Right inside, bounces around and drops in. Kira Wright with 11 points this evening, 7 rebounds.
4 assists and 3 steals. Definitely getting it done in all phases of the game.
And Jones drives in the lane, but a foul called, and it'll go back to the Texans.
Mustang foul on number 33.
54 Texans.
Her third, team's 8.
MSU 47. You're watching this game on
Once again,
Fox
it's
Sports.
play.
This is the Lone Star
University
Conference.
Basketball Band.
Welcome back from Stephenville, Texas. 54-47, the Texans of Tarleton staying on the lead against the Midwestern State University Mustangs. You look at the stat sheet, Travis. Tarleton State getting the job done inside so far. 1 for 10 from the arc, but getting the job done inside 47%.
You know, we talked about you got to find other ways to win basketball games, and they haven't shot the basketball well from 3, which they came in leading the conference, but they've done it by pounding the basketball inside and have that lead and that edge. They've also done a great job rebounding. As we talked about, Midwestern did such a good job coming into this on the offensive glass. They've eliminated those opportunities.
Texans holding on the ball a little late, and that'll drop in. Edmondson will hit the 2, and it'll be a 9-point Texan lead.
Just a simple clear-out play for Shelby Adamson, your leading scorer and kind of your leader there, the senior. And she took it to the basket for a huge bucket.
Mustangs drive in and rims out, rebound by Wright.
Tarleton going to set up their offense here. try to get a set play.
Long three, airballed, rebounded by the Mustangs. And that's their second opportunity they've made at the arc this second half. Midwestern spins around, rebounded back by Sierra Thompson, and she misses it again, and it'll go back to Tarleton State.
She's had a nice night, though. 12 points, 8 rebounds. Done a good job for the Mustangs, but couldn't finish that play off.
Berry will drive in the lane, and she'll draw the foul. It'll be on Jasmine Patterson.
Number 42, Jasmine Patterson. Her fourth.
Berry, the 5'9" sophomore forward.
Number 41, Cheyenne Berry.
Cheyenne Berry, 2 for 2 this evening from the stripe.
Big free throws as we get under 9 minutes to go here in the second half.
Returning to the game for the Texans, number 2, Peyton Adamson, and number 33, Shanae Lawrence.
Berry shoots it at about 64% on the season from the free throw line.
This is the first one. Her brother plays basketball for Newman University and is currently playing overseas in Europe. So a basketball-rich family. She misses the second one, though, and it'll remain a 9-point Texan lead. Foul called and one.
Basket by Sierra Thompson.
Sierra Thompson with her 14th point of the evening.
33, Shanae Lawrence.
She's approaching that double-double. She's got 14 points and 8 rebounds, and has been tough to stop on the inside.
Yeah, she has 14 points, 8 rebounds, but she has 3 personal fouls.
Kiara Wright, number 32, returns to the game for the Texans.
The senior forward. Last season, she was part of the South Division All-Academic team.
62% from the line, but can't get that one to fall. Of course, new format now for the Lone Star Conference. One division, you play everybody home and away, and you'll really find a true champion here at the end of the regular season. A tough LSC conference.
Big move inside by Lawrence. It'll go back to 9. Carver looking to go inside. Shot clock going down. Foul called and shot won't count.
Texan foul on number 20. Morgan Staley, that's her
Morgan
second
Staley
foul, team's fifth.
with the foul. That's her second. You can see the foul there. Mustangs will have the ball. Swatted by Wright. And so they have to reset things again. Wright, such a dominant post player.
Very talented, very athletic.
Mustangs driving the lane, and it's going to be a charge called on the Mustangs, and it'll go back to Tarleton State.
Big call, because that could have been 4 on her, but
Number 20, Sierra Thompson, her fourth. Team's 10.
that's the 4th on Thompson instead of Wright. But she did a great job of getting out of that, outside of that arc, and draws the charge.
Edmondson will have the ball. She'll slow it down just past midcourt. That's under 8 here in Stephenville, Texas, in a battle for first place in the Lone Star Conference. Shot clock running down, 6 seconds left. And a traveling call.
Media
They called
timeout.
58-49 with Tarleton State on top of Midwestern State. We're watching this game on Fox Sports. This is the Lone Star Conference.
Hey LSC fans, it's free food, free games, free fun. 2012 Lone Star Conference Fan Fest, followed by 2 men's basketball games at 6 and 8:30. For more information, go to lonestarconference.org.
Nine-point lead for the Texans, just under 8 minutes, 7:34 left here in game 1 of the inaugural game on the Fox Sports on the Lone Star Conference.
Absolutely, Don. Great partnership with Fox Sports. We're excited. Of course, all of these games lead to Destination Allen Lone Star Conference Basketball Championships at the Allen Event Center, February 29th through March 4th. Great week of basketball. 8 men's teams, 8 women's teams.
Midwestern had the ball, and they had a call for a 5-second violation, and the ball will go back. Actually, a foul call. My bad.
We keep it right here.
Yep. Tarleton will have the ball. Anderson will drive in the lane. Rebound back by Midwestern State. Tarleton's bench wanted a foul called there. Carver long for 3, rims out and will go to Tarleton.
Guess who? Shelby Adamson pulls it down. And
that's a lot. 3 missed. 0 for 3 this half by Tarleton State. They've only had 1 this evening, but have gotten the job done like we said earlier inside.
9% from behind the arc tonight from the 3-point line. Tough night shooting.
That one bounces off the rim. Rebound by Tarleton State. The lid is just shut on the bucket for the Mustangs as of late.
Certainly need to get something going here with 6.5 minutes to play.
That one air ball. Rebound pulled down by Wright, and she'll drop into 2.
Great high-low pass, and Wright had tremendous position on the interior to get that one to go.
So tied the largest lead of the evening for the Texans. 11. 3 is hit. It'll cut the lead back down to 8. DeGilia with her 3-point bucket.
She can shoot it. Big shot there. Keep them within 8.
They'll put her to 11 points this evening. Charge called, and you look at the 5 players on the court for Midwestern State. You have 3 players who are in double digits, with Sierra Thompson with 14 points, Savannah Carver with 11, and Christy DeGila with 11.
Pretty balanced scoring, and that's what we figured out of both teams, really. They both play about 10 student athletes, and so we figured it would be pretty balanced attacks.
Kara Wright for the Texans, 1 rebound short of a double-double, 13 points, 9 rebounds.
She's also done it on the defensive end as well. 3 steals and even passing it, 5 assists on the night, so a great all-around game for Wright.
Bucket no good by Gila, and they'll go back to the Texans. A timeout called.
Timeout, Texans.
By the Texans. It's
be a full timeout there by Ronnie Hearn.
You see the bench right there by Ronnie Hearn talking to his team. Turnovers have been the issue for both these teams. 15 for Midwestern State, 11 for Tarleton. But they've been getting the job done in the inside for Tarleton State.
We've got
and
another
Midwestern
pizza,
State. I think those turnovers have just kind of hindered them early. It's been hard to come back since early the second half. I mean, the first half.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's difficult. You can hear the loud environment that's here. It's just so tough to play here. They actually lead the LSC in women's basketball attendance, and so great tradition. Hard to come back if you get behind, but certainly you have to look at turnovers for Midwestern State. 16 on the game to just 7 assists. That's telling me that their offense hasn't been very efficient. They haven't been setting each other up for easy baskets. On the other side, you know, Tarleton does have the 12 turnovers, but they also have 13 assists, and they've done a nice job on the boards. You know, we talked about Midwestern being number 1 in the LSC in offensive boards, and they've limited that pretty much a wash. 30 boards for Midwestern State University and 29 for Tarleton State University.
So Tarleton have the ball with an 8-point lead with just a little bit above 5 minutes left in this game. That one spins around and drops in by Shelby Adamson. She'll have 17 points this evening, leading all scorers.
She's played well, so has Wright. Kind of that 1-2 combination for the Texans.
Turnover by the Mustangs goes back to Tarleton State. That's their 17th turnover this evening. Texans looking to go inside. Lawrence will get 2 more points. And they'll bring her total for the evening up to 13. Mustangs will now call a timeout.
30-second timeout.
As they've trailed by 8. They got it within 1 early in this half. But after a few turnovers and a few possessions where they were just kind of slow on defense, Tarleton State took advantage of it on some fast breaks and got a quick 4 points, and they haven't looked back since then.
Well, absolutely. It's a little bit of danger time right now. That's why you see the timeout by Coach Noelle Johnson in her 4th season. Needed to regroup here a little bit. Now down by 12, and so obviously a critical time for the Mustangs to battle back.
Mustangs fans came here in full force, making a trip down here. You saw their cheer team. It's been a battle of crowds here, with one side yelling Tarleton State, the other one going MSU.
Yeah, it's a great atmosphere, and certainly it'll continue to build and build here until we get to Destination Allen. We're so excited to be broadcasting these next 6 games on Fox Sports.
Foul call. It's going to be on number 33, Diana Sinead Lowance,
Her 4th, team 7. Jasmine Patterson.
Bring up Jasmine Patterson.
Mustang
shooting 2. And the senior mass comm major from Southlake, Texas.
Carroll High School, kind of just a big name in Texas sports. Obviously, their football team's well thought of, and certainly she's got a good background. Does Patterson.
10-point lead for the Texans. With just under 4 minutes left. Here in game 1 of this doubleheader this evening. Men's game will follow this one. They're on the 7 o'clock hour.
Texans definitely need to take their time here, get a good look at it. Up by 10. Time is on your side, and that's exactly what they're doing, running down the shot clock.
Shot clock running down, and a last-second bucket by Shelby Anderson.
Tough floater down the lane. She's had a nice night.
Savannah Carver goes in the lane, and she gets fouled. When we come back, they'll go to the line 66-54 with Tarleton State on top of the Midwestern State Mustangs.
My name is Robert Guzman. I'm from Texas A&M Kingsville.
To find out about our rivalry,
Like the Lone Star Conference on Facebook.
because together, we're the one.
Welcome back to this game on Fox Sports. The Lone Star Conference inaugural broadcast with this broadcast partner. It's a great partnership between the two of us.
You know, absolutely, and it's all about the LSC trying to become the premier NCAA Division II conference in the country.
Bucket in for the Mustangs, 10-point lead for the Texans.
About 3 to go here. Mustangs really need to get a couple of defensive stops and get something going on the offensive end to really pull their way back into this one.
Rebounding battle is kind of even out as of lately. As Kira Wright will drop in for 2 more, and she'll have 19. Actually, take that back. 15 points, 9 rebounds.
She just gets such great position. They run that high-low pass so effectively. Tough to defend.
Shot no good. Rebound by Kira Wright. That will put her into a double-double territory for the night. .12 Texan lead. In a battle for first place. Both teams in double figures for a winning streak. 10 for the Mustangs, 12 for the Texans. Kira Wright underneath for 2. 17 points, 10 rebounds.
And Shelby Adamson with a great drive and kick, and that's a big bucket, putting them up by 14.
Kira Wright has been a dominating figure tonight. Same thing with Shelby Emerson. She has 17 points. Shanine Loance with 13 points. So those three on the court right now for Tarleton State have been getting the job done.
Absolutely. The big three have really played well. They've shown up. Great atmosphere. What more can you ask for out of a game that's going to decide first place right now in the LSC?
Yeah, it's going to be just a great night overall for some basketball. Great atmosphere, packed house, standing room only, and really going to be halfway through the night.
Yeah, absolutely. This is what Lone Star Conference basketball is all about, and as you mentioned, the partnership earlier and trying to establish ourselves as the premier Division II conference in the country. This is a tremendous environment, tremendous showcase for the entire league to start the Fox Sports Southwest partnership tonight.
14-point lead for the Texans, 70-56. Midwestern State with the ball. They need to get something going here quickly. Every possession here is going to count. He can't afford to take too much time off the clock in each possession. And a foul called.
Certainly not what you want. If you're the Texans, you don't want to foul right now because the Mustangs are in the bonus, and so going to give them an opportunity to score some points without any time running off the clock.
We got the number 24, Savannah Carver.
Savannah Carver, who has 11 points this evening.
72% free throw shooter on the season.
Makes the first shot of the 2.
5'10" senior guard from Amarillo. Leads the team in scoring at over 15 a game.
That one rims out, and last touch was by the Mustangs. So it'll be a 13-point Texan lead, and they'll hold the ball down here and try to take the shot clock down. Midwestern State just kind of hanging around there, hoping that the Texans will miss the shot and rebound it. 3 left on the shot clock. Here inside to Kira Wright, and she drops it in there. 19 points this evening.
Shelby Adamson just changes speed so well and gets in there, and what a great pass.
Basket by Kirsty DeGilia.
DeGilia will quickly go across court and get the 2, but
30-second timeout.
It will be 1:08 left on the clock, and Tarleton State with a 13-point lead.
Well, you know, the last few minutes, it's really been Shelby Adamson and Kira Wright, and it's been Adamson kind of working the clock a little bit and then driving. All of Midwestern is collapsing on her, and she's been finding Wright for a couple of big baskets here, and they've extended this lead in the second half.
Great crowd here. You can see the fans, the background, the men's team for Tarleton getting ready to hit the court after this game.
We've got that game right here, and it's going to be another big one, a battle for first place there, too.
Texans will have the ball. And these two teams will meet again here fairly quickly in the next month over at Midwestern State.
And that's just how important every single one is in the Lone Star Conference. And as we've mentioned throughout this broadcast, we're going to have a true regular season champion because everybody plays home and away. And so it's going to be a battle all the way through.
Number 33, Diana Jones, her fourth.
A foul by Tiana Jones will put the
Shooting two for
Texans up to the line.
Number 22, Shelby Adamson.
Chloe Anderson will hit the first shot of the two, and they'll bring her total for the night to 18.
80% free throw shooter on the year, and they're senior leader, so not somebody you want to put on the line, but missed that one.
This is the second one, 40 seconds left in the clock. The Mustangs continue to go at it. They shoot the three, misses, rebound back by them for the offensive board. A shot for the three again, no good. And plenty of opportunities and a foul called. And it'll be the Gilead will be going up the line.
You know, certainly, probably right now with 30 seconds left and up by 14, this game is probably in the books for Tarleton State. But the one thing you can't like is the fouls here. The last couple of possessions in a late game situation, you never want to see that. Putting the other team to the line with no time running off the clock, giving them an opportunity to score.
First shot is going to be good. 73-60. Make it 73-61. Tarleton State will inbound the ball. And a loop ball on the ground. And a jump ball is called.
People still filing in here. Going to be a tremendous crowd as we look ahead to the men's game coming up.
Possession arrow was pointing towards Tarleton State. As they're going to go with they stripped the ball right from Tarleton State, and a foul called again.
And again, something you don't like to see if you're Tarleton State. You absolutely want to take care of the basketball and finish this one off. 20 seconds left, up by 12. But you still want to do all the little things because there's going to be those situations where you need to control it.
And Ronnie Hearn will call a timeout here, probably not liking what's been going on after the last few possessions, letting some kind of fouls go on, and you said it before, they let the Mustangs go up the line with no time coming off the clock. Even though it's a 12-point lead, this one probably in the books already, but something you don't like going forward, seeing happen late in the game.
Well, that's exactly right. You want to continue to get better and better every single game, every single possession. And so, especially in late game situations like this, you want to take care of business when you do have a cushion, because when the pressure is on later as the season develops and as we get into the Lone Star Conference tournament, there's going to be those situations.
Yeah. So the Mustangs will be going up to the line. You see Ronnie Hearn with the Texans team looking to get their 13th win in a row after starting the season 2-5.
You know, they went out, you got to commend them. They went out and played a tough schedule, got themselves prepared for a difficult Lone Star Conference, and they've come to play night in and night out thus far every time.
And their losses were in tournament action, losing the Mesa State in the Mesa State Classic to Mesa State in Colorado Springs.
Couple of RMAC schools, and as you know, the regions are realigning a little bit next year, and so that'll continue to be a big matchup as the RMAC moves in with the LSC and the Heartland Conference moving forward.
You as a player have seen plenty of the RMAC as they head into our region next year.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, they just have a good basketball tradition, and so obviously it'll be great for this region to have them in it.
And a foul by Midwestern State. 11-point lead.
At the line for the Texans, number 22, Shelby Adams, shooting 2.
And, you know, with Tarleton State playing up in Colorado earlier this season, it's not an easy place to play at because of the altitude. I've seen that firsthand. You've seen it firsthand. It's not exactly the easiest you talk about until you actually go there. And that probably had some sort of, a little bit of factor into it. It's a different environment up in that region.
Absolutely. It's never easy to go into one of those RMAC schools and play. The elevation, it's just, you know, not easy to get to a lot of those schools either. And so it can be very challenging to play there. And as you know, you've got to play your best basketball night in and night out in Division II. Otherwise, you'll get beat.
And as the clock winds down, a whistle on the court with just under 3 seconds left.
Mistake foul on number 11, Andrea Carter, her 4th.
The Mustangs will put Tarleton State at the line.
Tarleton State going to move to 12-0 in the LSC, Don, and take a lead here as we get into the second half of conference play.
A lot of these games are going to be big for Tarleton State as they look in the seeding. Same thing with Midwestern State. Both these teams looking to get a good seed in that Lone Star Conference Championship at Allen coming up at the end of next month starting with round 1 on the 29th as the Texans will win in game 1 tonight. 77-62 is your final, Travis.
You know, certainly we might have anticipated a little closer matchup, but what a tough environment to play. And certainly we really saw Shelby Adamson and Kira Wright take over this game in the second half. 1-2 combination for Tarleton is just so difficult to contain, and you know, they did a great job. They didn't shoot the three-point shot particularly well tonight, but they found other ways to get it done.
And it's always about depth, and I talked about a little bit about the bench for Tarleton State getting plenty of points here as Tarleton State Texans will go to 15-5 overall, 12-0 overall. Midwestern State Mustangs 14-4 and 10-2 in the Lone Star Conference. Game 2 will be coming up next here on Fox Sports. This is the Lone Star Conference.